Our final segment of the day, going back to basketball, and it is everyone's favorite segment, Soundbite. So, in case you've been living under a rock, I'm going to tell you one more time what Soundbite is. Soundbite, it's where Steve and I take a clip of something, someone saying something interesting, funny, on a podcast, post-game interview, whatever it may be. They say something we want to take a listen to, we listen. So, for today's Soundbite, Zion Williamson made I think it was an impromptu or surprise appearance on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, where he talked a little bit about his dieting and where he's at kind of with his whole young NBA life and what the future holds for him. So, let's take a listen to that.
Is it hard to diet at your age?
Sheesh.
Be honest.
Since it's you, I'll be real. There are times when I will say that, man, that shit hard. It's hard, man. Like, you 20, 22, got a lot of money. It feel like all the money in the world, man. It is hard, but I'm at that point now where because of certain things, I'm putting back like the wisdom around me, bunch of like, I don't want to say older because they take offense to it. And I'm just putting people around me with wisdom, put me on game to certain things, and just go from there, though.
That was our soundbite. Zion Williamson talking about his diet and his future and what he's doing to get better. I think we both have some pretty strong comments and things we feel about Zion. So, Steve, you wanted to go first, so have at it. What do you think about today's soundbite?
Yeah, I just think that he needs to stop talking. Really, is what this comes down to. You know, I just recently the only things I've been hearing about you are negative things. Mariah Mills and your upcoming child and her potentially being pregnant with your other bastard child now, and just like, Zion, you need to stop talking and get on the court. That's ultimately what you need to do. We have seen a sample size of historic proportions, even though it's small. You broke a Wilt record. You did something that when you do it, it's talked about and people recognize. You have one of the highest ceilings in the NBA right now. And we're talking about you needing to lose weight and stay healthy, get fit. Like, you should already be in that shape. You should understand the importance of having you healthy on the Pelicans. I think last year or the year before, there was rumors of you sitting around eating junk food, playing video games, not taking practice seriously, not taking your craft seriously. And you have an option here. You have a choice, and that's what this is. To be the potential biggest bust in NBA history, or to show us all what you can do and what we know and have seen that you can do. But the choice is yours, and I'm not giving you any more of my time and energy or emotion or comments on this, because until I see you on the court healthy, it doesn't matter. So, Cam, that's all I have to say. I'm just kind of done with Zion at this point, and I'm done hearing all the things he needs to do. He just needs to do it.
Yeah. So I kind of feel I agree with everything you just said. This makes me angry, I think, for a different reason.
Okay.
Related
Ooh,
but
I'm
unrelated to
excited to hear it.
sports.
Okay.
So I actually thought a lot about this. So here's what I'm gonna say. So for those that don't know, Zion, I mean, who would know this really? Zion and I are the same age, 22, 23. I don't know if he turned 23 yet. I am 23. He's turning 23, whatever. Zion, his career, what he wanted to do was be a professional basketball player. He has achieved that. He has been given all the talent in the world. He has been given all he's very well spoken. He's intelligent. We thought was pretty mature for his age and how he handled, interviews and himself on and off the court, all those things. That's very different now, but he has had a very rare and unique opportunity to come into the league and be touted as this great player. All he had to do or has to do is continue to do what any athlete has probably done for their whole lives. Go to practice, work out, work on your body, work on your game, work on your mind, keep your nose clean, stay out of trouble, and play the game the way it's supposed to be played. There are millions of people who would die to be in Zion's position. I am still very much struggling to find my permanent career place in what I want to do. If I were in a similar position where Zion is in, where I am at the highest level of my field, I have been given all the talent and ability in the world to succeed in that field. And I'm throwing it away because I have too much money and don't have self-discipline to not eat a whole bag of chips. Like, I just feel like Zion is so naive and very much so immature that he doesn't see what he has. Take away the health and staying on the court for whole seasons. This whole new thing with Mariah Mills and having 2 girls pregnant now. Now listen, if his girlfriend, I don't know if this was planned or not. I have no idea if it was, fine. But the Mariah Mills thing, everyone knows that was an accident. Like, that's just irresponsible and immature. Not taking care of yourself is irresponsible and immature. And if I don't not believe him by saying he's trying to surround himself with these older people who have more wisdom and to try to guide him in the right path. Those are all good steps. But for him to be giving away this opportunity for seemingly nothing other than he just needs to be disciplined and do better, it's unfortunate. And like I said, it's unfair to the people in all other aspects of life that could be in his position, and he's blowing it and wasting it. So like I said, it's frustrating.
No, it is, and you make a great point that you see kids from the time that they're able to dribble a basketball dreaming of being on an NBA court. And you see kids, how many Division 1 schools are there with Division 1 men's basketball programs? Tons.
Yeah.
How many of those kids get to make the NBA? Well, there's 2 rounds in the NBA draft, so what? 60 are going to get drafted. You have unrestricteds who might, the Heat have really made a name for some unrestricteds, but Zion, you're right, does not recognize the gift that he's been given, the ability to play this game. And I think you touched on a really important part, and that's that he's taking it for granted. Look at the guys like Greg Oden, who it was taken from them with an injury. Look at the guys like, and instead of doing everything he can to stay healthy and stay on the court, we're talking about him having sex with porn stars and them threatening to drop his sex tapes.
Yeah.
Instead of talking about his impact on the court.
Yeah. Yeah. He just, like I said, and it's all self-inflicted wounds. He has no one to blame but himself. And I think that is the reason why I'm not as sympathetic towards him. It's because, like, if I or anyone else who was driven enough to be in that position in other similar aspects of life, and it's just not how it would work. I mean, I would people would never allow themselves, if they truly wanted it that bad, to let it slip for nothing.
Yep. Nope. That's a great point. So
yeah. All right.
Listen to the sound. I listen to the sound.